Now we are going to start by making a magic ring. So go ahead and hold the end of your yarn like this and wrap around your two fingers like this, and you will have this X shape in the middle. Then turn your finger to the front and then hold the yarn with your ring finger. Now take your crochet hook, and these are going to be your first loop and then your second loop. So go under the first loop and grab onto the second loop like this and twist it up like this. Now I'm going to release this from my finger while still keeping its shape. So I'm going to grab it like this and release it from my finger. And now you're going to yarn over and chain 1. So this is going to be your magic ring. Now we are going to insert 5 single crochets in our magic ring. So go ahead and insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn under and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So this is my first single crochet. Then I'm just going to continue this until I have 5 single crochets in my magic ring. 3, 4, and 5. Now pull the end of your magic ring to close off the middle. So just pull it until there is no more hole in the middle. Now this is going to be your first stitch. So go ahead and insert your hook into the first stitch. So the first stitch is usually a bit side, so I'm just using my nail to get into it. And then I am going to carry the end as I work over my single crochet, just so that I don't have to weave it in. So to carry the end, just place the end on top of your hook like this, and just continue with the single crochet like normal. So in the first stitch, we're going to insert an increase. So yarn under and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So this is my first stitch for round 2. Take your stitch marker and mark the first stitch. So this step is really important so that you know when each round starts and ends. Now insert one more single crochet into the same stitch to complete the increase. So in this round, you're just going to insert an increase in each stitch until the end of this round. And by the end of this, you should have 10 stitches. Now remove your stitch marker and insert one single crochet into the first stitch. And mark your first stitch. Now I am going to take my scissor and cut the end of this yarn because I feel like I have carried it enough. So this is so that it doesn't get in my way while I'm making the single crochet. So go ahead and insert one single crochet in each stitch. So the total of single crochet that you will make in this round is 10 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you are done with round 3, so go ahead and repeat this step for round 4, 5, 6, and 7. So before you start with round 4, go ahead and flip your work inside out like this, so that the right side are facing you like this. So I am now on round 7, so I'm just going to insert my 10 single crochet first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now remove your stitch marker and make a slip stitch in the first stitch. So insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, then just pull through. Now I'm going to pull my loop and tighten up the slip stitch just so that it's not as visible, and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. Then pull through and pull the end to tighten up the chain 1. So this is to fasten off the first ear. Now go ahead and repeat all of these steps and make one more so that you have one pair of ear. So now I have the ear that I have cut, and this one is not cut. So as you can see, I also tighten up the slip stitch just so that it's not as visible, and this will make the joining process much easier. Now we are going to make one single crochet into the other ear that we cut. So insert your hook into the stitch that you have made a slip stitch. This is this stitch right here. So insert your hook, and you will have to make sure that your working yarn are facing this way instead of it being here. Now again, I am going to carry this end as I work over my single crochet by placing it on top of my crochet hook. Now I'm going to make one single crochet into this stitch, and I'm going to take my stitch marker and mark the first stitch. Now we are going to start making the hat. So for round 1, first we are going to do a decrease. So to make a decrease, this is going to be your back loop, and this one is your front loop. So grab onto the front loop of the next stitch and grab onto the front loop of the next stitch. So you will have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook, and I'm going to place my end on top of my crochet hook. Then I'm going to yarn under and pull through the first 2 loops, and then you have 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 2 loops. So that is how you're going to do a decrease. Now this is your next stitch right here. So I'm going to insert 1 single crochet and insert 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So basically you will have to make 1 decrease and 2 single crochets. So that is the pattern that you are going to repeat for 4 times. So this is the first. Now again, do a decrease into the next stitch, and make 2 single crochet. 1 single crochet into the next, and 1 single crochet into the next. So I'm going to cut this end. Then you're going to do a decrease. So instead of inserting your hook into the front loop, you're going to insert it into both of the loop, and yarn under and pull up a loop. And this is not going to be your stitch here, so we are going to ignore this, and we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch here, as you can see here. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn under and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So you have to do this method so that you don't have a big hole in the middle here. And then we are going to do 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. And then we are going to do a decrease, and 2 single crochet, 1, 2. So we have done it for 4 times. Now to continue, we are going to do a decrease, and in the last stitch here we are going to insert 1 single crochet. So this here is not your stitch, this is your slip stitch, so we are going to ignore this. So insert your hook into your last stitch and make 1 single crochet. So by the end of this round, you should have 15 stitches. So I will recommend that you guys count these stitches and make sure the number are right before moving on to round 2. Now moving on to round 2, we are going to insert an increase in each stitch. So remove your stitch marker and insert your hook into the first stitch and make an increase. Mark the first stitch, and I'm going to insert 1 more single crochet to complete my increase. Then I'm just going to continue inserting an increase in each stitch. So by the end of this round, you will have a total of 30 stitches. Now remove your stitch marker, and now for round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you are just going to insert 1 single crochet in each stitch. So basically, you are going to do that for 6 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 29, and 30. So repeat this until round 8. So I have done mine until round 8. Now we are going to move on to round 9. So go ahead and remove your stitch marker. And first insert 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And mark the first stitch. Now just continue making 2 single crochet. So 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Now we are going to do a decrease. So grab onto the front loop of the next stitch, and then grab onto the front loop of the next stitch again. Yarn under and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then continue making 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you will continue this for 4 times, or just continue until you are left with 3 stitches. So I have 3 stitches left. Now we are going to do a decrease, and 1 single crochet into the last stitch. Now moving on to round 10. In the first 2 stitches, go ahead and make a decrease. And then continue by making 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. So you are going to repeat these steps, which is 1 decrease and 3 single crochets until the end of this round here. So right now I am doing my last decrease and 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now remove your stitch marker, and in the first stitch insert 1 single crochet. Now you are going to do 1 decrease in these 2 stitches here. So grab onto the front loop of both stitches, yarn under and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then continue by making 2 single crochets. 1, 2. So you are going to repeat this step, which is 1 decrease and 2 single crochets for 4 times, or you can just do it until you are left with 3 stitches here. So I have 3 stitches here. Now in the next 2 stitches you are going to do a decrease, and in the last stitch just insert 1 single crochet. Now I'm going to pull the loop like this. Now take your stuffing and start by putting the stuffing in these 2 parts first. So just insert it into the ear first, and what I usually do is I'm just using my crochet hook to insert it inside of the ear. Then once you have done stuffing the ear, go ahead and stuff the head. Now I'm just going to remove my stitch marker, and now we are on round 12. So first we are going to do a decrease. So just continue by making a decrease like usual, and mark the first stitch, and then make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So this is the pattern that you are going to repeat until the end of this round here. So for this round it is going to be a little uncomfortable for you to crochet because you have little space to control your project. So what I usually do is I usually just insert my finger into the head like this. So this makes it so much easier to get into the stitches. Now remove your stitch marker, And now we are going to do a decrease for 5 times. So this is my first decrease, and then make another decrease. And for this, the tips is just to pinch it a little bit and grab onto the stitch so that it's easier for you to insert your hook into the front loop. Now just take your scissor and cut your yarn about this long, because you are going to use this end to sew the hole close. Then just pull through and remove your stitch marker. So this is what the bottom looks like right now. As you can see, there is a tiny bit of hole here and it doesn't look as neat. So what you're going to do is just take your darning needle and thread in your yarn, and we are going to sew this hole close by inserting your needle and yarn into the front loop of each stitches. So right now we have 5 stitches here. So this is my first stitch here. So I'm just going to insert my needle and yarn into the first stitch, then pull through, and then insert it again into the next stitch through the front loop only, and pull through. And this is my third stitch, insert it again into the front loop and pull through. My fourth stitch and my last stitch here. Now all you need to do is just pull your yarn until the hole closes. So once the hole is closed up, you can see there is some kind of like weird bump here. So what you're going to do is just sew this into the hat and make sure that there is no bump left. So I'm just going to go through here and pull through anywhere. And insert my needle into the same space, and I'm going to pull through the middle here. So for this, it doesn't matter how you sew this as long as it looks neat. So as you can see, there is no more weird bump here. Now just weave in this excess yarn into the body by inserting your yarn into the same space and go through the front, and again insert it into the same space and go through anywhere you like. Now just cut. So you can use anything you have and poke this end inside the hat to hide it. Now all you need to do is glue on the eyes and also sew on the mouth and add some ribbon and also the keychain ring. So to sew the eyes and mouth, I'm just using my darning needle and a brown yarn. Okay, so for this one, just insert your needle anywhere on this side and pull through at where you want the eyes to be. And you are going to leave a little bit of yarn at the side so that you can hide it inside the hat. Then just insert your needle here and pull through at the same place here. So you are going to do this for 2 to 3 times until you like how the eyes look. So to finish this first eye, I'm just going to insert it at the bottom here and then go through where I want the other eyes to be. So I want it here, then I'm just going to go through here and pull through. And I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Just insert it here and pull through at the same place. I'm going to do this 3 times, the same as the other side. Now to finish this eye, I'm just going to insert it here and pull through at where I want the mouth to be. So I'm going to pull through here. As you can see, and I'm going to do an X. I'm going to insert it at the other side here and pull through here. And insert my needle here and pull through at the side. So this is how it's going to look like if you sew on the eyes and mouth. Just cut your yarn and just poke in the excess yarn into the hat, just like how we did before, and do the same thing for the other side. Then all you need to do is just add some ribbon and also the keychain here. But if you don't have a keychain like this, you can just insert your yarn here and tie it up, and you can use that to hang it onto your bag. So that's it for the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.